Hey everybody! I'm here today with a driving lesson on scanning the road ahead. In this video, I'll be going over a few things that you should keep in mind and also a few things that you should do while you are driving and you are scanning the road ahead. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing that I want to say is that you should be constantly scanning the road ahead. You see, scanning the road ahead is not something that you do once and you check it off. Like you start driving, oh, I scanned the road, now I'm good to go. No, it's something that you constantly do. Now you shouldn't be like going like this, back and forth, like this with your head. That's not how you scan the road ahead. That's how you fake scanning the road ahead. Because if you're going like this, all that you're doing is moving your head back and forth and probably making yourself dizzy while you're driving. So you shouldn't be moving your head back and forth like that the entire time. But what you should be doing is constantly scanning, okay? It doesn't mean that your eyes just don't stop moving, but it means that you're constantly looking to the left, to the right, straight, and so forth. The second thing that I want to say about scanning the road ahead is that you should be looking far ahead. Now, basically, you want to be looking at where you will be in 15 to 20 seconds from now, or even further ahead than that. So the best way to do that is to look far ahead. You want to look basically as far ahead as you think is okay. And then you want to start counting, okay? And you want to count when you pass the milestone that you saw. So let's say I'm looking far ahead at a specific traffic light. And then I'm counting and I get to 20 seconds when I pass that traffic light. That means that I was looking about 20 seconds in advance, 20 seconds ahead. And that, in my opinion, is more than good enough. If you can go higher and further than that, then go for it. But 15 to 20 seconds should be your minimum milestone for looking far ahead and scanning the road ahead. And once I'm done explaining these factors, I'm just going to demonstrate what I would do if I was driving and scanning the road ahead. But we're just going to go over about 5 simple factors. The third thing that I want to say is you want to avoid focusing on a single object, building, landmark, or point. So as you're driving and as you're looking ahead, you don't want to be focusing on something. I know that sometimes we're driving and we're like, wow, look at that amazing building. Oh, look at what they're building over there. Oh, look at that landmark. Look at that restaurant. I know that happens. And that's fine for a few seconds here and there. But I'm talking about like you look far ahead and you're like stuck on this landmark or this focal point. You don't want to do that because then it takes your focus off of everything else on the road, and a car can cut you off, a pedestrian can run onto the road, an animal can run onto the road, there can be a parked car. You can miss so many things by focusing on one single thing. So you want to basically avoid focusing on one thing. It's okay to look at things, but avoid focusing on one thing while you're driving, okay? The fourth thing that I want to say is it will basically allow you to spot road hazards early. So scanning the road ahead will give you an advanced notice for road hazards. Have you ever seen while you're driving someone else that's driving and you see a road hazard far ahead so you avoid it? Maybe it's a parked car, you switch lanes. But then the person that's far back who has the same viewpoint as you, let's say they're driving a car that is roughly the same height, they at the last second have to swerve out of the lane. It's because they weren't looking far ahead. They might have been looking down at their phone, they might have been focusing on a building off to the side. They were not looking far ahead. They were not scanning the road ahead. So by scanning the road ahead and making sure you're looking far ahead, you can spot these hazards early and therefore you can react and respond to them well in advance. The last thing, the fifth factor that I want to talk to you about, the fifth thing that I want to address is that scanning ahead will also help to keep you alert. Here's the thing, if you're driving after a long day at work, it is absolutely normal to feel tired, to feel fatigued, to just feel like you're just kind of going through the motions. And we all have been there and done that. But the simple fact of the matter is that it can be really dangerous to drive when you're tired or fatigued or sort of out of it, right? And it's super dangerous to do that. But scanning the road ahead will keep you alert. By constantly looking ahead, it's going to keep you alert. So now for these sort of practical demonstration, because I can say everything everything that I want to say, but it wouldn't be the same without me showing you. Now, I'm not going to go driving on the roads because I'm going to show you what I would do if I was driving. I'm just sitting here in a driveway, and I'm just going to basically show you what I would do. So if I was driving right now, I'm driving and I'm scanning ahead, I would go like this. I'd look in the center, then I'd look left to right, then back to the center, left to right, back to the center, maybe right to left, and you're just constantly looking back and forth. But it's not like this. Dun, 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 dun. No, it's not like that. You're basically just, casually, you're looking in the center, you look to the right, to the left, back to the center. You're always reverting back to the center, and resorting back to the center. That is like your central scanning point. Then you go right to left, maybe left to right, back to the center. And like I said, you get all of the benefits that I spoke about in this video. In addition, it's going to massively reduce your likelihood of getting into an accident, okay? And it's going to massively reduce your likelihood of getting into a near accident. Because just because you didn't get into an accident doesn't mean, it's not the end of the world. If you get into a near accident, and with enough of those, eventually you're going to get into an accident. So you want to avoid near accidents as well. But that's basically it. In this video, I've spoken to you about scanning the road ahead. I've spoken to you about the benefits and told you some factors and things to consider. And I've also demonstrated sort of what I would do if I was driving. Center, right, left, right, center. You're going, you're basically going back to the center and just looking left and right occasionally. The frequency it all depends on what you specifically want to do. I mean, some people will scan every 3 seconds, others will scan every 10 seconds. It all depends on your own personal preference and how your eyes and your brain sort of works. But that's it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. Be sure to subscribe. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.